I want you all to imagine something. It's Friday evening. You're getting off of work, about to head home, planning a night out with the boys. Grab a drink. When all of a sudden you hear a doo, and you're, what's that? I don't know what sound effects you use on your phone. And you pick your phone up and you look, and it says tweet from Alex Jones. What? How can it be? That's right. And the tweet says, I'm back, baby. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Elon Musk vows to complete Twitter deal by Friday as he faces court-ordered deadline to close the $44 billion acquisition despite employee protests. That's right. They are so mad at the prospect of Elon Musk buying this platform. Elon makes an interesting point that he responds to a point someone else made. There was less of an uproar when Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Post. Very interesting. Now, there are still some concerns. Maybe the Biden administration will stop it from happening. It's Wednesday. This could be Friday. And okay, let's walk back a little bit of that opening scenario, that hypothetical. Just because Elon completes the deal by Friday doesn't mean he unbans Alex Jones or Donald Trump or whoever else right away, though I kind of think he should. The moment the papers are signed, Elon, you should go in and be like, unban them all and just let it all loose. Let everyone come back. You know, I was reading this report. It said that Twitter's panicking because they can't keep their super users anymore. The platform's bleeding dry. Elon Musk, I think, can bring the platform back. Maybe, maybe not. I wonder how much of what's happening with Twitter is due to a fear. It's almost like sinking in quicksand. You get someone like Alex Jones and you have, what's his face, Will Wheaton. He was like, if they don't ban Alex Jones, I'm going to quit the platform. So they eventually ban Alex Jones. Will Wheaton still quits the platform. The threats are meaningless. These people, he left. Congratulations, you lost a user. And then what did you do? You banned a bigger user who generates more traffic. So here's what I think. Twitter started banning itself into irrelevancy. It banned Milo, it banned Trump, it banned Alex Jones. Twitter was already suffering, and then Donald Trump stepped in, and all of a sudden Twitter mattered again. Then they banned Donald Trump, sealing their fate. But they're convinced. They think the far right is driving away users and making it so nobody wants to be here because they're complaining all the time. Here's the reality. Donald Trump, Jones, Milo, Laura Loomer, etc. made the platform interesting and a place to be. And they got rid of them. And now they think that's what they have to keep doing in order to maintain the platform. But as we can clearly see, people are leaving anyway. So maybe Elon Musk will save the platform and make everybody very wealthy in the process. Those who, I suppose, retain equity or help provide funding for his deal. Maybe he'll make himself quite a bit richer. But we'll see. Here's a story from the Daily Mail. Elon Musk has reportedly pledged to close his $44 billion Twitter deal by Friday, the same day he faces a court-ordered deadline to complete the acquisition, probably why he's doing it. Musk made the vow in a video conference call with bankers who are helping fund the deal. Led by Morgan Stanley, the banks have finished putting together the final credit agreement and are in the process of signing the documentation, marking one of the last steps in providing $13 billion towards the deal. Delaware Chancery Court Judge Kathleen McCormick previously ordered Musk to close the deal by 5 p.m. on Friday, October 28th, warning that otherwise a new trial date would be set in Twitter's lawsuit seeking to force the sale. Meanwhile, Twitter staffers penned an open letter this week protesting Musk's alleged plans to lay off up to 2/3 of the company employees after completing the deal. Let me help you, Daily Mail, with your math. 75% is not 2/3, it's 3/4. How about that? Here's a story from Time Magazine. I just love to see it. You know, in the end, there is nothing but good that can come of this. If Elon Musk buys the platform and then blows it up, I'm going to be laughing all day and night. I know there are a lot of people who are like, Tim, we do follow you on Twitter. And I'm like, I don't tweet anything. It's like, here's what I do. I wake up, I retweet stories that I want to read later on. It's like a thumbtack. It's like a notepad. I can do that anywhere, I guess. I use Twitter as an RSS feed, I guess, like news stories come through. That's about it. I think Twitter is valuable in it's created a conversation. You know, there's a conversation currently happening on a bunch of ideas, but we don't need it. We really don't. So, if he brings back Alex Jones and whoever else, here's the worst case scenario. Elon buys the platform and does nothing. He buys it and says, I really don't care for the platform, so I'm going to let them keep doing the things that they're doing. I'm going to be like, ugh. That would be the biggest victory for the left. But apparently now Elon Musk has already made plans that make me happy. Employees at Twitter are circulating an open letter protesting Elon Musk's plan to fire as much as 75% of the company's workforce as the deadline for him to complete his $44 billion acquisition looms. Musk must complete the acquisition by Friday or face resumption of the lawsuit. Elon Musk told prospective funders of his Twitter acquisition that he planned to replace or eradicate, ooh, I love that choice of words, the jobs of nearly 75% of Twitter staff, reducing a headcount from 7,500 to just 2,000. The Post reported last week. Musk has previously claimed that the social media company is bloated and has also said its workforce has a strong left-wing bias. Yes, Elon, fire them all. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Time reviewed a draft of the open letter circulating Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Let's just read the open letter. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I give you staff, Elon Musk, and board of directors. We, the undersigned Twitter workers, believe the public conversation is in jeopardy. Elon Musk's plan to lay off 75% of Twitter workers will hurt Twitter's ability to serve the public conversation. A threat of this magnitude is reckless, undermines our users' and customers' trust in our platform, and is a transparent act of worker intimidation. Twitter has significant effects on societies and communities across the globe. As we speak, Twitter is helping to uplift independent journalism in Ukraine and Iran, as well as powering social movements around the world. A threat to workers at Twitter is a threat to Twitter's future. These threats have an impact on us as workers and demonstrate a fundamental disconnect with the realities of operating Twitter. They threaten our livelihoods, access to essential health care, and the ability for visa holders to stay in the country they work in. We cannot do our work in an environment of constant harassment and threats. Without our work, there is no Twitter. Okay, your terms are acceptable. Next. We, the workers at Twitter, will not be intimidated. We recommit to supporting the communities, organizations, and businesses who rely on Twitter. We will not stop serving the public conversation. We call on Twitter management and Elon Musk to cease these negligent layoff threats. As workers, we deserve concrete commitments so we can continue to preserve the integrity of our platform. We demand of current and future leadership, 1. Oh, here we go. Respect. We demand leadership to respect the platform and the workers who maintain it by committing to preserving the current headcount. What? Get out of here. The only way you respect us is by not firing redundancies. Bye-bye. Elon, please fire these people. Safety. We demand that leadership does not discriminate against workers on the basis of race, gender, disability, orientation, or political beliefs. We also demand safety from workers on visas, blah, blah, blah. Oh, political beliefs. Oh, you love to see it. Fire all of them, Elon. Now, please, don't discriminate on the basis of race, gender, disability, orientation, or political beliefs if political beliefs fall upon an employee who is based in Washington, D.C. For anybody else, yeah, I don't expect Elon to discriminate on the basis of anyone's immutable characteristics, but political beliefs? Yo. You dare, after your political bias, overt political bias that was expressed by none other than your chief legal counsel and CEO, Jack Dorsey and Vijay Gadde, you dare. You are nothing but biased. And as soon as the threat is pointed in their direction, they say, oh, woe is me. Please don't be politically biased. You know what the problem is? Elon Musk won't be. He's going to say, we've got too many far leftists. You're fired. It's not about firing you for being far left. It's about an imbalance. He's trying to avoid the bias. And the problem is, these people aren't. They aren't fair. They are politically biased. They will ban you if you don't align with them. But then when the cannon is pointed in their direction, they will beg for fairness, and Elon will grant it. That's the problem. You see, Elon Musk made an error early on. He said that his plan for Twitter is to make everybody a little unhappy. A little bit unhappy. That no one's going to get everything they want. Elon, I don't think you understand. The right, whatever you want to call the right, is content with the left speaking their horrible minds. They just want free speech. The left is not content just speaking their horrible minds. They want the right banned. Therefore, any compromise means many on the right will be banned. The left wants all right-wingers banned. The right wants no left-wingers banned. The compromise is some on the right get banned. How is that solving any of the problems? It's not. They want protection. We demand Elon Musk explicitly commit to preserve our benefits, those both listed in the merger agreement, and not remote work. And not, e.g. remote work. We demand leadership to establish and ensure fair severance policies for all workers before and after any change in ownership. Dignity. Now, I'm not going to read that one yet. I'm just going to say you don't deserve it. But they say, we demand transparent, prompt, and thoughtful communication around our working conditions. We demand to be treated with dignity and not to be treated as mere pawns in a game played by billionaires. Oh, yeah? Uh-huh. Spare me. I don't care. Elon Musk responds, good point, to tweet saying there was less uproar over Jeff Bezos buying the Washington Post than Musk buying Twitter. Remarkable, isn't it? Jeff Bezos, not a fan of the guy. I think Amazon is trash. I think the Washington Post is pure garbage. And it's thanks to him. Partly. Sure. From Colin Wright on Twitter, he says, it's going to be amazing watching the left completely flip from supporting Twitter's right to set their own terms of service to advocating for governmental control of Twitter due to spreading dangerous disinformation and national security reasons once Elon Musk takes over. Elon Musk responded, Twitter should be as broadly inclusive as possible, serving as a fair forum for lively, even if occasionally rancorous, debate between widely divergent beliefs. Colin responds, I fully agree, and very much look forward to Twitter being a true marketplace of ideas. I personally hold 22 shares in Twitter. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll make $50 on a share and sure, whatever, I guess. I'm excited for this, man. I'm excited for change. I'm excited for any kind of attempt. I don't think Elon Musk is perfect, far from it, but I'll take what I can get, I suppose. Here's Slate. From October 4th, the people who are thrilled that Elon Musk is really buying Twitter. Oh, yeah. Look at this picture they use of Elon Musk doing duckface or whatever. Here we go. After months of sabotaged commitments, legal back and forths, new public discourses, a guitar over bot armies, and text message dumps, the Elon Musk Twitter debacle has finally circled right back to where it started. That's right, folks. On Tuesday morning, Bloomberg News reported that the Tesla CEO now says he will purchase Twitter, just like he said he would back in April, at the original agreed-upon price of $54.20 per share, coming out to $44 billion total. The whole ordeal that kicked off after Musk attempted to renege on the Twitter deal, citing problems with bots and contemporary transparency, was set to culminate in a highly anticipated court battle later this month. Since Twitter has apparently taken the offer, there will be no need for that now. Okay. Who's really excited about this, they say? Twitter executives. This outcome is likely a huge relief for the Twitter C-suiters behind this deal. The tangle with Musk has brought out all sorts of ugly facts about the company, financial weakness, serious allegations of national security issues, and fraudulent practices, weakened public use of and trust in the platform. But hey, it's not these guys' problem anymore, and they'll get paid out for their shares. Donald Trump and the American right wing. Full stop. Trump said he's not coming back. He's got Truth Social. So try harder, Slate. They say, no ideological group has been more pleased with Musk's purported goals for Twitter than the American conservative movement, given Musk's off and on criticisms of liberal censorship and nattering on about the need to protect free speech on social media. Many right-wingers believe they're disproportionately censored on Twitter, not least due to the banning of then-President Donald Trump. Following the Capitol insurrection, Musk has said he believes Trump was unfairly booted from Twitter and that the network has a left-wing bias. The right agrees, and they're correct. You know how I know? Because there was a podcast with Joe Rogan, Jack Dorsey, and Vijaya Gadde, and of course me, and they outright said they were. Okay. So there you go. I love these people are just incorrigible. Tim Pool firmly believes that there's a bias against conservatives. I'm like, well, they said there was. Let me explain for those that are unfamiliar with the 29. It's almost 4 years now, right? Going on almost 3.5 years ago. Man, it was really long ago, wasn't it? Crazy. Anyway, in the episode, I said Twitter's rules on misgendering are I said your rules are overtly biased in favor of the left. And Jack goes, no, they aren't. What rules? And I said, your misgendering policy. And he's like, what, that's not biased. Yo, the right believes Misgendering someone would be if there's a biological female who believes they're actually a male and you call that person by male pronouns, you're misgendering them. Get it? The left says misgendering is when you don't use preferred pronouns. The right says misgendering is when you don't use biological pronouns. Twitter enforces only one side of that debate in favor of the left. Outright bias, banning people for not agreeing with the leftist worldview, which is fractured in many ways. But they just went, oh, thanks for the feedback. That was it. It was obvious. They have bias. And more importantly, too, I said to them, like, who put you in charge of public discourse? You're a private company. It should be nationalized. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a free market, laissez-faire libertarian type. Here we go. India, along with other authoritarian regimes. As I wrote at the time, Twitter's current leadership sued the Modi administration in July over numerous censorship requests. But Musk has stated that he would have Twitter follow individual country social media laws. Twitter does that now, you vapid fools. That's why we get those notifications from Germany. Twitter is determined under German law you violated no rules. Guys and dudes. Oh, I love it. As my colleague Jonathan, who wrote this? This is written by Nitish Pawa. I'm assuming Nitish is a female name, so I don't know. But as my colleague Jonathan L. Fisher wrote, one key takeaway from Musk's text message trove is that he has basically no one in his life to dissuade him from potentially bad ideas. I'm assuming that's what Nitish sounds like. Maybe Nitish is a dude, I don't know. Or at least his particular one. As a result, all of the extremely prominent tech guys and celebrities on his Rolodex, Larry Ellison, Joe Rogan, Mark Andreessen, Jack Dorsey, a Murdoch son, and more are no doubt psyched. This has gone through. They have different agendas. Dorsey wants to make Twitter a protocol, not a company. Others want to invest in Musk's takeover. Others are fixated on ending what they see as censorship. Congrats, bros. Okay, well, I'm down to see Twitter become a protocol. Here, Jack Dorsey. I wish Jack Dorsey paid attention more to politics and stopped drinking his own refuse, which he did on Twitter. Edit button fans. Musk is definitely among this legion, so he'll presumably ensure the completion and deployment of the new edit button. It's already been deployed, so. The Delaware court system. Judges there are probably happy to get back to more pressing matters. The ratio is Musk's abrupt turnaround proof of the power of numbers and digital mobilization. Whatever. Who's unhappy? Bot armies. Indians. Okay. Disinformation fighters. Oh, yeah. You know what that means. That's actually really great news. There's no such thing as a disinformation fighter. They're journalists. I fight disinformation all day, every day. Well, these people are lying, evil pieces of trash. So when I say something like Joe Biden engaged in a quid pro quo with Ukraine in order to protect his son, or I should say inadvertently protecting his son, they say it's disinformation. It is a fact. Joe Biden said, if you don't fire the prosecutor, you're not getting $1 billion. That's a quid pro quo. It's a fact. The prosecutor was investigating his son. Well, investigating Burisma, where his son was a board member, so inadvertently. Intentionally? I don't know. But that's a fact. Disinformation, they say. These people are evil. They're evil. And now their reign of terror will be coming to an end. Twitter employees are upset. Good. Let them be. They're cult members. Tesla shareholders. Yeah, they're worried Elon's going to sell off stock, which is going to hurt the price. Ukraine. I love it. The entire Ukrainian executive branch seemed to have it out for Musk on Monday after he tweeted a poll asking whether the country should cede some of its territory to the invading Russians. We can likely expect some more profanity to be sent his way. Keep crying, cultists. I want you to keep crying. It's scary that we rely on such efforts, that it has to be Elon Musk to buy the platform to make something like this happen. It's scary that for years we knew Twitter was doing these things and nothing gets done about it until some billionaire just says, "I'll buy it," and then tried to back out, actually. It's scary, isn't it? There is so much that we know is evil and broken and is going on, and there is nothing we can do to stop it. Elon Musk steps in, and we're happy about that. I think it's good news. The terrifying reality is what comes next. The left will now rally Democrats to pass laws to curtail Twitter, to give them more power. Not satisfied with losing the control in the private sector, they will now go towards government. Elon Musk and many on the right will keep ceding and compromising. Because let's be real, they're weak. That's just it. Weakness. I have come out and said the Second Amendment defends the right to keep and bear nuclear arms. Many Republicans won't say that either. Why? Well, because they're weak. I'm sorry. It's just true. Even people I like, they're like, no, I don't know about that. Sorry. The right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. When did we pass a law saying we will restrict the degree to which, this grants you a right to keep and bear arms? We didn't. No, I mean, like we have the NFA and things like that, but we never amended the Constitution. So under what pretext do we have the right? Does anyone have the right to do that? They don't. The NFA outright violates the Constitution. All gun control violates to a period. It's pretty extreme, right? I don't expect to get elected anytime soon. And so for that, it's easy for me not to pander, to just tell you what I literally believe. And when the left comes out and mocks me because I said biological weapons count as arms, I don't like the idea, but that's a reality. Maybe if the left actually recognized that and came out and said, did you know the Second Amendment would protect your right to own nuclear weapons and biological weapons? Many people might be like, hey, why don't we amend that and say there should be some limitations? They won't. They won't go near it. They try to use it as an example of why 2A is bad. Here's my point. I'm not going to try and pander for the sake of anything because I'm not running for office. That's just it. Whatever. It's scary that we rely on billionaires to make these changes, but that's a reality, isn't it? Unless something can be done, we can win some elections, I guess, and win the culture. Good news, though. I'm excited to see what happens on Friday. Next segment's coming up at 4 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.